Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to another web design tuts plus video tutorial. I'm Adi and I'm coming to you today with a video series about improving your productivity. And these are just some quick tips that I decided to do because quite a lot of people ask me the same questions about Coda and Zen coding and generally about the tools that I used uh, just for this, just for improving my productivity. So today we'll have a very brief look at some of the features in Coda. We'll talk about Zen coding and finally a brief walk through the text expander. So let's not waste any time. Let's start with Coda. Okay, guys. So if you want to get Coda, you must have Mac OS because, as far as I know, there is no Windows or Linux version for Coda. So go to panic.com/Coda, click the big download button, and it just installs like any other Mac application. So if we open it, I'm sure many of you are familiar with the interface, so I'm not going to go over that. But what I'm going to talk about are some of the shortcuts and options that I use from Coda that really have helped me and continue to make my life a lot easier when coding. So let's just begin with a simple HTML5 starter code. So one of the first thing that I looked when starting with a new editor was indentation, because if you want to write a clean code, you must indent the code itself. So one way to do that is by using tabs like this, and that works very well. But what happens if you want to indent more than one line like this? If you press tab, then it kind of disappears because the selection is replaced by the tab spaces. So the way to do that is select it, and by using command left and right brackets, you can indent, you can increase or decrease the indentation of the selected block. Very, very easy. And that's very useful because imagine someone sends you a large HTML file that looks something like this and has just all the code aligned to the left. Then, well, you kind of have to go ahead and indent your code to make it easier to read. So these two shortcuts come in handy. The next step, or not step, the next helpful thing is commenting. So obviously you can comment by typing the comment tags, right? But that's kind of, I don't know, time consuming and annoying. So what you can do is select what you want to comment and press command and slash like this, and that's going to comment your selection. Command slash again to uncomment, and it works on single lines and also on blocks, entire blocks. Okay. Now you see this kind of line here that shows where my cursor is. It's very useful. I just started using it recently, but when switching back and forth between applications, it's kind of easy to lose track of your cursor, so you don't know where you are. But you can very easily go to the preferences, to colors, and check highlight current line, and this it's going to show this bit right here where it just kind of follows your cursor. Okay, what else? Let's see. These icons on the top. Now imagine you have, or you might even have, a very low resolution display, and the space on your screen, well, it's very important to you. So these take up a lot of space, and you can right click on the toolbar here and select text only, and that's going to free up quite a lot of space, as you can see here on the bottom. And you don't actually need the the icons. It's just eye candy, really. But if you are using low resolution, then this is a very a good thing to do, because it just frees up additional space that you can use for the code window. Okay, let's see what else. I'm just gonna bring them back because I like eye candy. So let's see, Coda books. And Coda books is this bit right here, where you just have like a library of HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and PHP. These are the default ones. And you can actually add more books from CodeIgniter and Ruby on Rails, I think. So how does it work? Say you want an exact syntax for a div or a table or another element. So all you got to do is go here and search for it, and it's gonna search in its library, gives you a list of results, and then you can just see an example, some event handlers, some attributes here that you can click, and it takes you to that attribute with an explanation. And it's very, very handy. And an even handier thing to do is, instead of just going to books and searching for a keyword, you can just hold down Command and double click the word that you want to search. So for instance, let's search for meta. Hold down Command, double click it, and it's just going to search it automatically. Okay, and that was about books. Now you see this bit right here where it says code navigation. I just started to use that recently. You can hide it or show it from this button right here, and I'm only using it for code bookmarks. And code bookmarks are a very, very handy thing. Imagine you have like a big HTML file, and it's just divided into multiple sections. So if you want to search for something, you just got to scroll up and down until you find that section. But if you comment your sections accordingly, you can use the code bookmarks, which look something like this. So let's say this is the start of page. So this is our bookmark. We're just gonna comment it and then add an exclamation mark, and that will create a code bookmark right here. And if you're going further down, obviously this is not a very good example because I don't have any content, but if you have like a big source file, and you want to go to the end, to the footer, you're gonna have footer with an exclamation mark, commented, and Coda will automatically add a code bookmark. So when you click on them, it just takes you to that section. And when you have like a large website, you can use bookmarks like header, menu, breadcrumbs, maybe slider, maybe news section, anything you want. It's handy, and it's there if you want to use it. Okay, so the last thing that I want to talk about, and this was very handy for me, is the sites option. And you can define a list of sites here. You can give it a nickname or an alias. You can give it the URL and some FTP connection information. And let's just go ahead and open up my own website here. And Coda automatically remembers the last files that I worked on that particular site. So go to Remote tab, and you can find you can work basically directly on that FTP, which is very, very handy. For instance, I can just modify the CSS file, save it, and Coda will upload it automatically. So that's very handy. And talking about the remote, notice I have the style CSS opened up, and the path is kind of long, and maybe I'm feeling kind of lazy and I don't want to sift through all these directories here to search it. So what I can do is go right click, show in file browser, and Coda automatically opens up all the directories and takes me to that particular file, which is very, very cool. Okay guys, so that was some quick tip on Coda, and for a further for a more detailed read, you can go over to NetTuts and check out an article by Jarl Remick. It's kind of an older article, but it presents more options from Coda. I learned quite a few things from his article, and you can go here and see other stuff that I might have missed, or you might find interesting. So yeah, with that said, thanks very much for watching this first video. I'll see you guys back in part 2, where we're going to be talking about Zen coding. Thanks.